There are songs that are so catchy, they run in your head over and over again. They have a name for it, last song syndrome or LSS. When we latch onto a catchy tune, we just find ourselves singing along with the song. One time, I heard a very nice song that sounds very familiar, and I just found myself singing along with it. I wasn't really thinking about it because I was busy doing something else. But when I stopped to think about the lyrics, I was shocked because that's when I realized the lyrics were really quite dark and hopeless. And then I got worried that these are the kinds of songs that some of our kids are actually singing. Minsan nga, sa mga singing contest sa TV, ito yung mga kinakanta ng mga batang 10 years old, mga bata pa. Nakakadismaya. Words convey meaning. Behind words is a way of looking at life, a philosophy, or sometimes an agenda. When these words are wrapped in a very enticing piece of music, we are likely to be taking in the words of the lyrics without thinking about them. And it's very likely that our minds are being influenced beneath the level of our consciousness. If we're not careful, our minds can be messed up without us being aware of it. The Apostle Paul reminds us that we need to protect ourselves. In his letter to the Ephesians, he said, "Put on the whole armor of God, that you may be able to stand against the schemes of the devil. For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the cosmic powers over this present darkness, against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly places." And then Paul describes the different elements of this spiritual armor that actually corresponds to the armor of a Roman soldier: belt of truth, breastplate of righteousness, shoes for the readiness for the gospel, shield of faith. And then he mentions something to be worn on the head. "And take on the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God." The head is particularly vulnerable in a physical battle. One cannot fight without protecting the head. So it is in a spiritual battle. We need to protect our minds. We need the helmet of salvation. We're not aware of it, but we wage a spiritual battle every day. You see, when you declare yourself to be on the side of God, you've just declared yourself the enemy of those who oppose God. There are spiritual forces that operate in the spiritual realm. And if you're a friend of God, the enemies will stop at nothing just to bring you down. And they will use every means possible to draw you away from an intimate relationship with God. And yes, that includes music. Sad, but it's true. So we need to check the lyrics of the songs we listen to, even if the melody is good and catchy. Are the lyrics saying positive things? Are they giving healthy messages? Is the worldview portrayed in the song consistent with the gospel of Jesus? Do the values highlighted in the lyrics line up with the values of God's kingdom? If yes, then go ahead. Continue listening to that music. Pero kung hindi, ingat. We have to think carefully. Siguro, sabihin mo, hindi naman apektado ng music yung relationship ko kay God. O kahit yung mga values ko. But I must warn you, if you listen to songs over and over again, they do affect our subconscious thinking. Now, do you really want these songs to mess with our minds? Take it off the playlist of your favorite online music service. Delete that music file. Choose music that would be good for your soul. My friend, as you listen to the lyrics of the songs, and as you learn to choose the kinds of music you will listen to, the ones that will draw you closer to God, Always remember, faith matters